What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, I'm going to introduce you to my homeboy Ray. Okay. Shout out to my homeboy Ray. First of all, Ray watches the channel. Ray sometimes gets in the lives. Ray is like a brother of mine, right? We've known each other from we used to both live on the east side when we were little kids. We both lived across the street from Franklin Elementary School. He lived on the side where you could say the principal's office faced, the parking lot right there. I lived on the library parking lot side. I lived on Neil Park. He lived on, I believe it was Soledad, right? But right across the street. Was it Soledad? Yeah, it was Soledad, I think. But anyways, Ray, let me tell you something, man. Ray, to this day, is the most obnoxious person you could ever meet in your life. I have several stories with Ray, okay? Ray originally started hanging out in our neighborhood with my clique, the clique I'm from, right? Tiny Locals, Tinies. Ray started running around in the neighborhood with the Tinies, and keep it real. One of the other homies that grew up with us about a month ago, Ray happened to pop up in conversation, right? And the homie was like, "Hey, remember when you guys used to beat him up all the time?" Shout out to Ray. Ray used to get disciplined a lot. Therefore, Ray went and got into another clique in the neighborhood. True story, man. Poor guy. It was all love. It was West Side love. But yeah, he started with us and literally got disciplined like 6 or 7 times and was like, "You know what, Holmes, you guys are my homeboys, but I'm gonna be from the projects." And you got into the projects, right? But I'm gonna tell you how obnoxious Ray was and just give you a glimpse into Ray. So before Ray decided hanging out with the Tiny Locals was a little bit too much for him, so I don't know how many of you guys have ever heard of the series called Faces of Death. And it was a gruesome 4-part series. There were 4 different VHS Betamax tapes that you had to rent from the warehouse or your local video rental store. I know a lot of people are scratching their heads like, "What the fuck?" We had cassettes. You don't even know what a cassette is. We had devices to play movies, okay? We'd go rent them at a place, and we didn't have Netflix and chill. No, we had go to fucking the warehouse and stand in line, okay? And so my stepdad, he got word that the Faces of Death were going to be banned in the United States. Again, the Faces of Death were gruesome. 4 parts, right? And basically what it was all the different ways that people die. People, lost their lives through violence. I mean, there's one where a guy was parachuting out of a plane and he landed like in the Florida Everglades. And the Rangers were in a hurry to get to him, and right when they got there, an alligator decided it was lunchtime. And poor parachute guy. So there were a lot of different ways where it was all the different faces of death, right? So my stepdad was like, oh shit, they're gonna ban it. And so we had, a lot of people did. It was this thing called like the Rabbit, and you could connect two different VCRs, and you could play on one and record on the other one, and then you'd have the movie. So we had all of the Faces of Death, and then boom, they were banned. Nobody could get Faces of Death, right? Well, Ray knew that we had the Faces of Death. Ray asked to borrow the Faces of Death. That video was guarded. That was like, my stepdad was like, this doesn't leave the house because nobody has them anymore. We'll never be able to get them again. We lose this, we never get it again. Ray's my homeboy. Go ahead, Ray. Just bring it back. I got you. Ray takes off with the Faces of Death. And about a week later, because I don't remember, I was probably stoned. My stepdad's like, hey, where's the Faces of Death? Of course he asked me, right? Hey, where's the Faces of Death at? I said, Ray has it. He said, why does Ray have it? Again, everybody knew how Ray was, right? Why does Ray have it? I said, I let him borrow it. He said, well, get it back. I got you, right? So I called Ray. Hey, Ray. He said, what's up? I said, I'm going to need the Faces of Death back. He said, I already gave it to you. What, fool? He said, yeah, I gave it to you already. Do you know we almost had Faces of Death war? My stepdad, 6'5", big motherfucker, said, let's get in the car. We jumped in his gold ass Caprice and drove to the east side. Ray's family still lived on the east side. We pull up. We had a showdown. It was going to be my stepdad beating up his stepdad and me beating him up. Because Ray stole the Faces of Death. What kind of motherfucker borrows the Faces of Death and then lies and says he brought it, but he hasn't been to my house since then? The vato was in fucking the hideout, Honeycomb hideout. I don't know where he was. He wasn't in the neighborhood. It was like this vato did a bank robbery and was running from the Juras. And apparently me and my stepdad were the fucking Juras in this story. Fucking Ray. Hey, Ray, we might have to get down again, Holmes. The audacity. But that's the first story of Ray. The Faces of Death caper that he did on me. I think the next, I'm only going to tell 2, maybe 3. It's up to you guys. This one is just a starter to see. Do you want to get to know more about Ray? The next one, if you guys decide you want to hear another Ray story, Ray, stay out of the comments, Holmes. Your voice don't count. Your vote don't count. Your voice don't count. Don't call me either, fool. But the next video, if you guys decide you want to know more about Ray, we're gonna talk about when Ray did booty scoots. Okay? Ray actually is the only person in my life. Like in the joint, they'll be like, hey, Holmes, what you want to bet? I bet you 100 booty scoots. Nobody's going to do booty scoots. Okay? Ray actually did booty scoots in real life, in person. I was there. Couldn't believe it. It was disgusting. Okay? Ray's family members also watch this. So, you guys leave me alone. You guys vote no. You guys, if you guys don't want Ray in these stories, too bad. We got him on one already. Faces of Death, you fucking bastard, thieving ass motherfucker. But again, anybody interested? Booty scoots. Ray's booty scoot video will be next. It's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I almost forgot what I was saying. I'm out of here.